I think most people have it backwards. They think that failure ruins your life. I don't. I think regret is what ruins your life. Not so much the things that you failed at, but the things that you never tried. Because one day you wake up and you realize you missed that opportunity. I mean, just think about it. The missed business opportunities, the missed promotions, the missed relationships that could have been repaired, those conversations that you have alone with yourself in your vehicle. You never had those conversations. Your dreams that you never chased or fulfilled. And you know the funny thing? I think fear feels safe in those moments. And I don't think it's so much as fear, that you feel fear. I think it's more of you decide not to do it because you're happy of where you are. You're comfortable. But you know what ends up happening? It sends you a bill later. And those can be the most important steps that you could have taken in your entire life. Listen, if you guys are really enjoying these conversations, hey, come here, and they're doing something for you, and you're trying to figure out this thing called life at our age, we would really, and you haven't joined us here around the campfire. We, myself and Otis, would really like for you to pull up a chair around the campfire and join us. We're not experts. We're just all trying to figure it out together. We talk about it, and we try to get ideas from whatever anybody else has put out in the comment section. And those of you that have and that are sitting here with me today, I really appreciate you. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You have taken this somewhere that I never thought it would be, and I hope it continues to grow. But I appreciate you all for showing up every couple days when I post these. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to him. He may not act like he cares, but he does. But you know, most of your dreams, they don't fail or die because people fail. They don't. Most dreams that you may have are just simply those things that you talk yourself out of. And you have to ask yourself that question, why? And some of those dreams die off because a lot of us wait around. We wait around until next year. You know, we don't take action. is what I'm looking for. You know, when I look back on everything and wish that I had started some things, and I'm sorry if he's pulling the camera all around, so I'm trying to keep balanced and scratch my nose and everything. But when I look back on my life and just kind of reminisce, I guess you could say, there are things that I wanted to do that just simply died off. I mean, one of my bigger things that I wanted to do was I wanted to start a gym, and right next to that gym I wanted a tanning and nail salon. Inside the gym I wanted your typical smoothie counter, so when you walked out you could get a protein smoothie. I had thought about buying one of the old Walmart shopping centers. You know, that's back in the day before they had super Walmarts, and they were just, Walmart was a small store and they normally had a small strip mall attached to it. And then Walmart moved out and everybody went out of business. I wanted to put a gym in one of those. Next door to that, put a tanning salon, and next door to that, put a nail salon. And then possibly even like a barber shop on the end. So you could come in, work out, get a smoothie. If you're a woman, you could go tan. Even if you're a guy, you could go tan. I don't know why, but you could go tan. Women could get their nails done and guys could go get a haircut. Sounded like a pretty good venture to me. At that time, it did anyway. But I let that die off because I got wrapped up in working to live, living to work. So I never got that chance to do anything like that. I even thought about one point running for mayor of my hometown. I mean, I'm sure somebody would have voted for me. I'm sure I could have probably got a lot of good votes. But I don't know if I would have won that election, but who knows? Kind of glad I didn't get into something like that. As much as I hate politics now, I probably didn't want to be in that at all. But you can't let those dreams die off at all. You can't let them dissipate. Take the chance on them. I mean, take the chance on it. I mean, I'm taking the chance on rebuilding and redoing my entire life. And one of the things I'm not looking back on is everything that I changed. I'm happy that I changed everything. And if you fail at certain things, get up and try again. I mean, why wouldn't you? If it didn't work the first time and you really wanted to get it done, then do it again. Attack it from a different angle. See what you can do. Because if you can't chase your dreams and take that risk, then why should we even attempt to dream or attempt to change our life anyway? The thing that bothers me the most about the risks I took, it's the other risks and chances I didn't take. Because, you know, failure teaches you something. Regret, it just sits there. Doesn't teach you anything. Doesn't help you. If anything, it makes you feel bad. You know, we all tell ourselves, you know, well, I'm going to do that next year. Well, why are you waiting till next year? Or you're telling us Or you're telling yourself, I'm going to wait till I have more money. Well, are you sure you're going to have more money? Because the bills are going to continue to pile up. Are you sure you're going to be able to do that? I know, here's a good one. When the timing's right. When the timing's right, I'll get it done. I will take that risk and do it. When's the timing going to be right? Can you even say it? Can you even put a time frame on that? Because, you know, when you're talking about timing, that's like, you know, sliding in the home before the pitch gets there. That's timing. I don't know. My favorite one that I've heard, when I'm ready, I'll get it done. Why aren't you ready now? Why aren't you ready to get it taken care of right now? Why aren't you ready to take that risk right now? Because here's the thing. What if it works? What if it actually works? You're going to be happier. Depending on what it is, if you started a new business venture, you're going to have more money. You want it, you know, if it works, it's going to be great. Everybody's going to ask, though, everybody's going to ask you when you start it, well, what if you fail? Well, if your answer's got to be, well, I'll learn from it and I'll try again. And if I fail again, I'll try again. I'll get help and see if I can't try again. You know, nobody's going to ask you, what if it works? Because here's the thing, and I don't know where we got away from this, because I saw it with my grandparents. Everybody was always happy with everybody being successful. Now, everybody's jealous of everybody being successful. You know, if you're going to move from one state to another for better opportunities, what if, and you're putting it off, what if the move works? What if it, you know, the opportunities for you just explode? You know, it's the greatest thing that you've ever seen. Yeah. If you're starting that business, what if the business works and, you know, you've got people coming to you wanting to buy your business, and they're offering you millions of dollars for your business because nobody really thought about it? You know, what if that relationship works? You know, that one person, that guy or girl that you wanted to ask out, what if that works? You know, you're looking at him or her and you're going, well, you know, yeah, they're a pretty good looking person, but they don't want nothing to do with me. How do you know? Did you ask them? Can you read their mind? Come on. I mean, it's got to be something, right? You got to take the risk. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? They could say no. Oh well, move on. You know, I know this personally. I know the best chapters of my life are ahead of me, and that's what's exciting. Because now that, you know, I've told you, if you watch the other videos, I'm kind of in between there, where I was in the comfort zone and the daily routine and the living to work, working to live, and I'm in the middle. I'm getting closer to that other end. Yeah, I'm still about a year away from complete retirement, but I'm getting closer. Every day I get closer. Every day I get up and I smile and I say, today's going to be a good day. I'm a good person. You know, I love myself. And I love this guy who's been with me now for 12 years. Hey, Say hi to the camera. He'll be 12 years old tomorrow. Yep. And he's been with me every step of the way. I don't call him my comfort dog or anything like that, but I do know when I'm gone for the day at work, he misses the hell out of me when I come home. That's why we're kind of out here today, and some of you asked to see him, probably because you didn't think he existed, but he does. But you know, you always got to have something or somebody in your life. And right now I'm happy with him and his sister. His sister's a border collie, but she I can't bring her out here because she likes to chase moving things, and if she gets a hold of them, she likes to bite the people that are making them move. So I figured that wouldn't be a good thing to bring out here on the trail, so I brought him. Not only that some of you asked, but I think he'd be good. But he is 12, so that's why we're sitting down here in the shade. But you know, I took the chance today to bring him out here. He's never been out here. I typically just walk him in the neighborhood, and he's used to that. He knows every bush and tree that he needs to pee on. Out here's a little bit different, and it was a risk bringing him out here. You know, because I got to keep him away from the joggers, keep him away from the bikes, and all that stuff. So my big thing is don't have the regret. Don't let that regret ruin the decisions that you're wanting to make. Don't let it ruin them. You know, if you're saying when the time's right, well, there's no best time than now to get it done and do it. You know, one day we're all going to run out of tomorrows, and hopefully before that day comes, you've taken that trip, you've made that call to repair that relationship, you've started over if you had to. Just take the risk. Yeah, failure hurts, but regret's just going to sit there, and it's going to bother you. You know, I know some of us sit out there now, especially those of you that are my age, you sit out there now and you go, I should have done this. I could have done this, but, or I would have done that, however. Just regret hurts longer than failure. At least failure you can try again. So like I was saying, I appreciate each and every one of you. I enjoy these talks we have around the campfire. And if you're still here, we're inviting you to come and pull up a chair. Especially those of you that are in the back of the room. Come on, get on board. Let's make this one of the best communities out there. So here's my final question to you guys. Answer this for me down in the comments. Simple question. I want you to ask yourself, because everybody has the dreams and the aspirations and the things that they didn't do. What would have happened if I would have went for it? Thank you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll talk again soon.